Well, y'all, yeah, we got a new pay-per-view right around the corner. Yeah, we just saw one, and now another one is here. And oh man. But anyway, y'all, it is Hell in a Cell time, and you know what that means. It is predictions time with your girl, Nature Girl 30. But anyway, y'all, I would like to hear y'all's predictions about these matches I'm going to name in the comments below. And the Go Home show is done. The card is set up on the WWE website, and I'm going to go through all of them, including the return of the Fashion Files, which I am interested in, and I have a small prediction about that, but which is obvious, but I do. And then I'm going to talk about the kickoff match. I'm going to get the Fashion Files out the way. I'm excited about the Fashion Files. I love the Fashion Files. I love Breezango. I love every bit of them. I love those guys. I have the most fun watching SmackDown because of Breezango. Seriously. Or Breezango. Whatever. I love those shoes. Absolutely. But my prediction is this. They're going to fight the people that's going to sabotage them. Now, we're going to finally find out who are the individuals that sabotaged their office and that stole their horse. We're going to find out all the stuff they ever did. Or who did what. We're going to find all that out at Hell in a Cell. And they are going to go toe-to-toe with the people that took them down, either on SmackDown or on the next pay-per-view. I'm fine with that. Because I like that. I would actually love to see Breezango actually take the titles. For once. Can you put the belt on them, please? I would love that. Absolutely. But anyway. That's because I am fans of those guys. But anyhow. Let's talk about the kickoff match. The kickoff match is Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin and the Hype Bros. Okay. As much as I used to love Mojo Rawley, I love this hypeness and everything, but that dude is more hyped than somebody is hyped up on pop rocks, sugar cubes, and cocaine. That dude is just a walking hype box that can never come down. He has a high that will never come down. And that can be fun for a while, but it can be exhausting. The one thing I would love to actually see coming out of Mojo Rawley is seeing him as a heel. Seeing him completely different than someone I've ever seen. He has always been a true blue to the face, baby face, that has been hyped up like a kid on pixie sticks. Pretty much. But then you also got Zack Ryder, and Zack Ryder is also getting fed up with Mojo Rawley. So he's either going to turn on Mojo Rawley or Mojo Rawley is going to be heel with him. It'll be interesting to actually see them as a heel tag team. Seeing where it goes from there. But who do I think is going to win here? Obviously, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I mean, honestly, these two have been on fire as of late. And we all know that Shelton Benjamin has made his debut and made his debut well after a very long time of being gone. But I'm hoping that they're going to stay a tag team for a while and go to the tag team titles because they could actually win them and be great. But we all know that Sheldon's past, he did have somewhat of an ego. He might want to split up from Chad soon. And it looks to me, seeing their matches, that Chad Gable's going to be alone again. Possibly, I don't know, maybe at the next pay-per-view. I'm just guessing there. But my vote actually is for Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin for the win. It's going to be a match that's going to put them over. But okay, guys. Now that we got that out the way, let's talk about the standalone matches first before we get into the championship matches. And there's actually 3 standalones. 3 big ones, I might add. Well, maybe not 3 big ones. One is going to be bigger than the other, but let's get started. Randy Orton versus Rusev. Now, as much as I love Rusev, and for those that actually seen my Russell's Graveyard that I actually did about Rusev, he is the future. He's the future of WWE. He's one of the future heels of WWE. He should be. He should be treated as such. But then you got, I don't know, veterans like Randall Keith Orton that somehow complains and whines about what he doesn't have and gets what he wants. I mean, let's be honest. The guy has been fed up of how he's been booked as of late. But in my opinion, when you're a veteran and you've been around that long, if you got every title there is to get, your job is to put the future over. That's what your job is. And that's how I see it. But he is tired of being booked that way. And the only possible way that he's going to put Rusev over is if they pay him a crap ton of money. And they're not going to do that. By any means, they are not going to do that. And if they do, then yeah, we're going to see Rusev win. But if they don't, Randy's going to win here. And with Randy complaining as much as he has been, I'm really seeing Randy win. So my vote goes to Randy Orton for the win. I hate that because I really want Rusev to win, and they need to start focusing on the future and not the past. And Randy is the past. He's on his way out, just like Cena is. But anyway, let's talk about Bobby Roode versus Dolph Ziggler. Okay, this feud is dumb. I'm just gonna straight up say it. It's dumb. Like, it's by far dumb. And why is it dumb? Because Dolph Ziggler has spent majority of his career with the gimmick of stealing someone's girlfriend and stealing the show. That is what he was known for. And honestly, he was also known for being an imitation version of Mr. Ass. But that's just what he was at that time. We're aware of the fact that he had that gimmick. He should be aware too. So making that the reason to fight Bobby Roode is just dumb. It is. But do I think the match is going to be terrible? By no means. Because Dolph has a tendency to make himself look good as well as making his opponent look good when he's in a match. Even when he loses. So he doesn't necessarily lose. He looks good every time. And Bobby Roode is a great wrestler. So I really think it's going to be a really great wrestling match to watch. And I think it's going to be one of the sleeper hits of the night. I really do believe that. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if both men would have mutual respect towards one another at the very end. At least I hope so. You know, so this feud can die and Dolph Ziggler can go on. Because we know that Dolph is not going to renew his contract towards the end of the year. So he needs to go out in a decent match. And I hope this is going to be the case. Because he's not going to get a championship title match anyway anytime soon. He's pretty much done. But other than that, my vote goes to Bobby Roode for the win. All right, let's talk about the match that's going to be the main event of the entire show. The Hell in a Cell match with Shane McMahon, the big old commish of SmackDown Live versus Kevin Owens. OKO in a Hell in a Cell match with Falls Counting Anywhere. Well, we all know what Shane can do. For those that have actually watched the Attitude Era, we know how crazy Shane can be when it comes to these matches. That dude can go all out. He has an amazing physique. He has great stamina, even though he sweats a lot. But the guy knows how to take a bump. He's not afraid in taking a bump. That dude is fearless. He is a chief. I got massive amount of respect for Shane McMahon. I got even more respect for KO. And they got respect for him too. I mean, shoot, he went over on Cena clean. And he made the NXT title better than the belt that Cena had. Which was, I think, the U.S. Championship. I think, yeah. But other than that, he made his title on a different brand look better than his. He's an amazing heel. Probably one of the best heels on SmackDown Live so far. This is going to be an amazing match to watch. It's going to be brutal, too. We're going to see a more aggressive side of KO. And we're going to see even a more suicidal side of Shane McMahon. So I really think it's going to be a great match to watch. But who do I think will win here? I'm going to tell you this. I don't want this to go towards Survivor Series. I want this to die. I want this feud to die here. And here's why. KO needs to be in a way better feud. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Shane, and Shane is a draw. He is a massive draw. But Kevin Owens needs to be in more feuds. High up, like high tier feuds. That's what he needs to be in. He needs to be at championship matches as well. And he needs to have those title shots going. Because he's an amazing heel. He's one of the best heels on the brand. So honestly, I think that KO needs to go on with his life. And be in better feuds. And I would love for him to be in a feud with Shinsuke. But because in my opinion, he's done Sami Zayn to death. And poor Sammy, he's not even going to be on here. But all I can say is KO needs to be in a match that actually can showcase his talents. And I really do believe that the person that can go toe-to-toe with him is AJ Styles. Well, he's already done it. But Shinsuke has not. So my vote goes to Shane McMahon for the win because I really do want to see Kevin Owens go further in a different feud. So I'm just going to have Shane win here. All right. Let's talk about the championship matches. And we have one Hell in a Cell match out of all of these. And that's the tag team titles. But I'll get into that a little bit later. Let's talk about the U.S. Championship match with AJ Styles, who is the current champion at this time, versus Baron Corbin. For those that have seen my discussion video about Baron Corbin, y'all know I am not a fan of his. Still not. Because that guy has had more opportunities thrown at him, and he's pissed them all away. Every last one of them. He has been giving amazing entrance music, an amazing finisher. He's been given the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he's literally screwed them all up royally. He has messed every single opportunity he's had up. He took every opportunity, put it in a pile, doused it in gasoline, peed on it, and set it on fire. That is what he's done with every opportunity he's had. He's pissed on it, set it on fire, and made sure that it kept going by putting diesel in it. That's what he's done. He can care less about what is given to him. He can care less about his career. That is how Baron Corbin is acting these days. Seriously. Do you really think that this guy deserves to have an opportunity at the title? At any title? No, he doesn't. That's why I'm hoping that AJ Styles win here. Because do you really think that Baron Corbin is going to do anything for that U.S. title? No. He's going to make it worse. He's not going to do anything with it. The guy is bored. Every time he comes out, he looks bored. AJ Styles looks like he cares. That dude is a vet. He's been all over the world, and people know his name. But he respects that belt, and it shows. That title needs to stay on AJ. AJ Styles for the win. Screw Baron Corbin. All right, moving on from Baron Corbin to the Women's Championship match, Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. I have concerns about this match. Here's why. For those that have not watched it, you need to go back and watch it if you have the network. Charlotte versus Natalya for the NXT Women's Championship match. I don't remember what year it was, but it was an amazing match. Heartfelt, didn't know where it went. It was amazing, hard-hitting. You saw it was one of the best matches I've ever watched. Seriously, top 10 in my book. You saw what Natalya can give Charlotte. You saw what Charlotte can give Natalya. Charlotte went toe-to-toe with the Chief, like Natalya. Natalya is a technical chief. Despite the fact that she is boring as... She's as dull as dishwater. And despite the fact that she's that boring, she still can go in the ring. I mean, she is amazing in the ring. She just has a really bad... She doesn't even have a personality. She lacks one. But other than that, she can go in the ring. And Charlotte can go toe-to-toe. Sure, people argue that Charlotte sounds like a robot when she talks. But in my opinion, she's gotten better with that. She actually does act like a queen. A heel queen at that. She has way more personality and way more drive than Natalya, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to be biased, even though I love Charlotte way more than Natalya. But I think that Charlotte will bring a lot more to the belt than Natalya is not bringing at this point. So I really do believe that Charlotte should take the belt here. My vote goes to Charlotte for the win. All right. I'm going to leave the SmackDown Tag Team Championships for last because in my humble opinion, that's going to be the match of the night. Let's talk about the one that isn't. And this is going to probably be one of the worst matches in Shinsuke's career. A shame. WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I love me some Shinsuke. I do. Everyone knows who Shinsuke Nakamura is. They know he's notorious for how hard he hits. He has a lot of notoriety. We know his accolades. We know his legacy. We know who he is. He can bring a lot more to that belt. Jinder Mahal, even though his history has been piss poor at best or at worst, you take your pick, the guy has been a very interesting heel because he is a minority champion. And yes, they're trying to capitalize on the Indian market, so they're using him for his heritage, which I think is wrong. But he has been a really interesting heel. But now he is starting to get very boring. He's starting to get very boring, very stale, very quickly. And not a lot of people care about him anymore. I know I don't. And I hate to say that because I really did support the fact that Jinder was champion. Mainly because I believe that he can bring a lot more to the table. But I think he brought all he could bring and he has nothing more to bring. I think that's all he could do. The person that can actually make that belt more interesting is Shinsuke. But here's the kicker. From what I am hearing, in the dirt sheets, they are actually planning on having him keep the belt towards Survivor Series. But they're also planning on bringing live shows to India. Here's two things. If they decide to actually have him keep the belt, he's going to keep the belt towards Survivor Series or maybe towards WrestleMania 34. That's just a rumor. It's nothing been confirmed yet. But my overall theory is this. If Shinsuke takes a title away from Jinder, Jinder is going to get it back when they actually go overseas. He's going to get that title right back. So it all depends on when he actually does go to India. If the WWE actually goes and does live events in India within a month, then that's how long the Shinsuke is going to hold it. If it's going to be within 3 weeks, that's how long Shinsuke is going to hold it. But I really do think that Shinsuke is going to take the title away from Jinder. I really do believe that. But I think that Jinder is going to win it back when they get back to India. And honestly, that would make more sense. It would actually hold a little bit more weight, being in a different country, having someone that is one of their countrymen to take the title back in their home country. Because that's what happened with Shinsuke. Shinsuke actually won, I think Shinsuke won his match when they were in Japan. He might win his match when they're in India. It makes sense. So I'm hoping that here Shinsuke actually will take the title away from Jinder and bring some sort of quality to that belt before he loses it. So my vote goes to Shinsuke Nakamura for the win. Now, let's talk about one of the most main event worthy, hard-hitting matches of the night. And this may not be the main event, but this is going to be the match of the night. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, New Day versus Usos in the Hell in a Cell match. This match is going to be amazing. It's going to be balls to the wall craziness. I am absolutely excited about this. These guys have had the most amazing feud I have ever seen on television. And I really, as much as I would love for it to go further, it will get old really, really soon. So honestly, do I really think that the New Day should keep the belts? No, I really am kind of interested to see what the Usos would do getting the titles back. But I've noticed that they're just flat out boring when they have their titles. And honestly, the New Day is more interesting than them. As much as they are as aggressive, ferocious heels, which I love about the Usos now, I do. And honestly, when it comes to the fourth wall, they kick that fourth wall down. They take a piss on it. They pour a whole bunch of gasoline on it. More diesel, more gasoline. Mix it all up, dump salt on it, set it on fire. That is what they do to that fourth wall. The same thing with the New Day. The only difference is they take unicorn scraps or whatever. They take unicorn sprinkles and then put a whole bunch of bootios on it and then douse some, I don't know, some rainbow flavoring. I don't know. The thing is that the New Day would just do it the New Day way and then they'll set it on fire. They do it in a very nice way. So more than likely they'll probably just take well, you guys get the idea. They really do know how to throw a promo out there. I'm not going to lie. But they're a lot more nicer with it than it is with the Usos. And while the Usos set it on fire, they'll probably put it out and sprinkle it down with... You guys get the idea. I think I killed that analogy, so I'm going to move on from there. But other than that, it's going to be a fantastic match. One of the matches of the night. But who do I think is going to win? New Day. I think the New Day is going to retain the titles. I don't think that they're going to give it up to the Usos right now. And maybe they just will hold out into Survivor Series. I don't know. But other than that, guys, those are my predictions for Hell in a Cell. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments below. And let me know how you feel about this pay-per-view, whether you're going to watch it or not. For me, I'm going to watch it. But I will actually do a review after the show. So stay tuned to that. Other than that, guys, I am done here. And I am going to, I don't know, take my allergy pills. But other than that, y'all, I am done. Peace out. See you later.